Alright, so nagbabalik tayo sa ating violin tips and tricks. And for today's video, I want to talk about practice hours. Importante ba talaga na tinatrack natin? Do we really need to track practice hours in order for us to improve? No, we'll answer that question. Okay, so basically, kung tatanungin nyo ako, this is from my personal experience and from my personal opinion. No, tracking the hours doesn't mean anything if those hours don't mean quality. No? What do we mean by quality? Ibig sabihin, kung itatrack mo yung oras na nagpo-practice ka, dapat i-track mo din kung ano yung ginagawa mo by the hour, 'di ba? Kasi mas importante that you track progress rather than the time. Okay. So, we hear a lot of these stories of people practicing 7 to 8 hours a day. Tapos, at the end of the day, na-frustrate sila kasi sabi nga nila, practice sila ng practice, 'di ba? They've been giving all their effort and time into doing something. And what ends up happening is parang nagkakaroon lang ng nadodoble lang yung stress, nadodoble lang yung disappointment, the frustrations, it just blows over. Why? Kasi parang naisip nila na kapag nag-practice ako ng mas mahaba, okay, the longer you practice, the more knowledge you can get. But in reality, that isn't the case. Why? Kasi meron lang tayong certain attention span or time that we can really absorb whatever we need to learn. And that time is not based in the number of hours. Hindi mo ma-maximize yung haba ng oras ng practice mo. No? So, I think great musicians have been saying this over and over again. 3 to 4 hours is enough, no, in a day para mag-practice. And a lot of people try to hit that mindlessly. Yun yung nangyayari. So, sige, practice ako 4 na oras, but maganda ba yung practice mo? Or were you just trying to hit the 3-4 hour mark, di ba? So, you don't want to hit hours, you don't want to hit minutes, no? Wala. Huwag mong isipin yon. If you really want to improve and grow, you have to hit goals. Okay. What types of goals should that be? It should not be time-based or time-bound. Bakit? Kasi mahirapan ka lang, no? We as humans have different sort of, we're like sponges when we try to learn, di ba? So we have different learning capacities, no? Kung paano ma-absorb ng isang tao, kung sa kanya in 5 minutes kaya niyang aralin yung certain passage, baka ikaw less, baka 2 minutes lang sa'yo, or baka 10 minutes, or it would take you an hour to learn a certain passage, no? It will depend on you, not with other people's experiences, di ba? And the time that you need will also differ. It will not differ just for a week, no, or 2. But it will differ on the days. Kahit nang sabihin mo, today, nag-practice ka 20 minutes, nakuha mo agad yung gusto mong makuha. And tomorrow, it might not be the case, no? Baka mas madali na, no? It should take you 10 minutes to hit a certain passage at a certain tempo. Or, it might take you 30 minutes or 45 minutes to hit a certain passage in a certain tempo. It will not purely depend on the number of hours you put in. It will be dependent on the quality of practice that you put in. Okay? So, again, for beginners, hindi rin maganda yung masyadong mahaba. No? You don't need to hit 3 to 4 hours a day if you're starting out. If you're only practicing open strings, scales, and all those basic things, you don't need that much time. No? You can practice 10 to 20 minutes a day and still see improvements. You can practice 5 to 10 minutes a day and still see improvements. The important thing is that you get better every single time you hold the instrument. And how do you get better with that is to practice mindfully. Kailangan focus ka doon sa ginagawa mo every time you're practicing. It's not just about the hours you put in. Kasi baka mamaya nagpo-practice ka nga, 1 hour ka nagpo-practice paulit-ulit, pero paulit-ulit din yung mali mo. Or 1 hour ka nagpo-practice, pero may distraction sa tabi. Nagpo-Facebook ka for like 5-10 minutes within that span of an hour. Syempre, hindi ka makaka-focus ng tama doon. You have to give all your focus and energy into one thing. And then you grow from that, 'di ba? Okay. So, I'm not saying din naman na masama mag-practice ng mahaba. Okay? What's bad is you forcing yourself to practice for 5 hours a day. Now, if you enjoy what you do, keep on doing it. No? Kung talagang you just lose track of time. Sometimes may ganun eh. Pag nasasarapan ka talaga sa pagtugtog mo, nagagandahan ka sa pyesa, or you really want to challenge yourself, as long as you're not getting tired, as long as you're not getting frustrated, your head isn't clouded, no? Hindi nagiging cloudy yung judgment mo, yung pag-iisip mo, hindi ka napapagod, hindi ka naiinis, di ba? And you're not feeling aches or pains in your body. Go ahead, just practice. Kasi na-enjoy mo siya. That's different from practicing na I'll need to hit 7 hours a day. Why? If you can't really do it naturally, if you're not having fun, kung nagiging chore na siya, pabigat na ba yung pagpo-practice, di ba? That's bad. That's not good at all. My teacher used to tell me, if you don't have the right mindset in practicing, better not practice at all. And I actually do that sometimes, no? Ginagawa ko talaga yun, na kapag hindi ko kayang mag-practice, I shy away from it. Iniwan ko yung pagpa-practice. Like maybe take a break of 1 day or 2. And then try to find out. Kasi it's not always, the only time that you're practicing is not when you're holding your instrument lang eh. Sometimes kahit hindi mo hawak yung instrument mo, you're still practicing, no? Your mind works in ways we can't really explain, pero maraming bagay na kaya mong gawin kahit di mo hawak yung instrument mo. That will still help you improve yourself. That will still help you improve in your playing, di ba? Maraming ganong klaseng bagay. So, if you're not going to hold your instrument, practice in a different manner, in a different way, read music, listen to whatever pieces you are playing, and then pagbalik mo, mas recharge ka na, mas naiintindihan mo na yung gagawin mo, and then you can focus on your goals. And that's the most important thing, is that you reach and set attainable goals within the day. Okay? Kasi kung wala ka ring goal mag-practice, you're practicing mindlessly, no? Marang sabi mo, sige, tutugtugin ko, papasadahan ko yung pyesa ko. Tapos wala na nangyari, di ba? Nagsayang ka lang ng oras, nagpagod ka lang, di ba? And you wanna hit 2 hours with that kind of practice, it's not gonna help you develop and improve, no? So you always have to, don't measure with time, again, measure with the goals that you need to attain. And then when you're enjoying, just keep on doing it, di ba? Kasi syempre kailangan mo rin ng endurance, kasi as you grow older, as you get better at your craft, you play longer pieces, no? That's why it's important also, sometimes hindi talaga magkakasya yung 1 hour or 2 hours of practice, kasi your piece could be at least 50 minutes long. Tas hihimay-himayin mo yun, di ba? So, mahihirapan ka na, di ba? Mahihirapan ka siyang ayusin, mahihirapan ka siyang practicein, mahihirapan kang i-develop siya overall. Kaya tumatagal yung practice. It's not because pinipilit mong magpatagal ng practice. Magkaiba kasi yun, di ba? You have to understand that the quality will not dictate the quantity. Okay, what do we mean? The quality of practice can take lesser, no? Minsan mas mabilis ang practice, mas maganda ang results. Kasi you get to understand it more, no? Sometimes a lot of people have this practice strategy of having 10 minutes, parang speed practice on certain techniques, 10 minutes, tapos next technique. Pag di mo nakuha within 10 minutes, babalikan mo yun tomorrow na. So, may mga ganon. So, you can employ those types of strategies in your practice. Na it's not really time-bound or time-based. It's more goal-oriented. Kasi nga, pag hindi mo na-hit yung goal mo, iwan mo. Bukas, balikan mo. Diba? It's challenging your brain as well, no? That, okay, kailangan ma-hit ko tong goal na to. And it's always about surpassing or going over the expectations that you set within the day that you started practicing. Okay? So yun. If you want to practice as long as you're enjoying, no, you could practice at least 3 to 4 hours a day pag na-enjoy mo yung practice. Pero pag na-frustrate ka, it's better to just let it go, no? And try to re-evaluate your situation. And again, it shouldn't be bound by the hours. Your practice shouldn't be bound by the hours. It should be bound by the goals that you set, and if you can move past those goals. Sana nakatulong tong video na to. If it did, like this video, share this video, comment down below more topics you want me to discuss, and of course, my course on Udemy is still available. Check out all my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora, and all major music streaming platforms. And this has been Ryan Manakil for Violin Tips and Tricks, and I'll see you on the next video.